Today we're making some fiery chaos lava set. Hello my almost 9,000 strong terrain making legends. Welcome to this video. In this video I'm gonna guide you through the whole process of how I made this chaos fiery lava set for Age of Sigmar, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's jump into video. I've started this project as all other projects by gathering and assembling the foam. For all my projects I'm using XPS foam or extruded polystyrene. It's readily available in all hardware stores, and this is the best material for terrain making, period. So when we have our giant circle cut off, now it's time for sketching the bricks. So first I'm making horizontal lines, and then I proceed to make a vertical ones. To make this awesome looking texture in the foam, I'm using rollers. You can get ones from Green Stuff World or from Shifting Lens, and both of them are awesome. They will instantly step up your terrain making game. Now, one disadvantage of using rollers on a white spread sheet of foam is that they have this, I call them texture breakers. So you have like these deep and straight line in the foam, and we need to correct that later. And the way how we're gonna correct it is by smashing with a rock. So go through your rock collection, grab a proper sized rock and start imprinting texture to the foam by smashing the living crap out of it. Roll it, bash it, smash it. That's the way we do it, guys. It's pencil time! Grab a pencil and go after each cut and deepen the brick pattern. The way how I do it, I just go by zigzag pattern. There are many ways how to do it, and none of them is right or wrong. So once all the bricks on top are ready, now it's time to step up the game and bring up the details by grabbing a tool called, well, this tool is not official. I made it myself and I call it the gouger. So it's basically the other side of the tweezer, the blunt side of the tweezers. And the reason for this specific tool is that I'm going after each corner of each brick and bevel it. Then I switch to the sides and repeat the whole process. Off camera, I've made two sets of stairs. I've already explained it on my previous video for you. So just to give you a brief recap of how to make stairs, you just cut a thin slices on your foam cutter and then glue them on top of each other and then slice it in the middle, and now you have like two good looking proper sets of stairs. Then grab a foam roller and imprint the texture, and voila, you have awesome looking set of stairs. Now once the stairs were ready, I glue them onto the base. And I hear you, what are you using for the base? That's the most frequent question I got. And again, I'm using the material used for making bird boxes. Yeah, that's what the label said. It's not foamed PVC. It's the type of hardened plastic. This material is really unique, and I'm buying the giant sheets in Hornbach. Now, this material is kind of costly. Big sheet like that can cost up to 21 euro. However, it's the best basing material I've ever used for terrain making. Because it's very durable, it's easy to cut, and it's not warping, which are three unique abilities which cannot be replaced. It's far better than using MDF as a basing. Now off camera, I've cut just a square piece of foam, then texture it and glue it in the middle, and then I use the second set of stairs just to connect it. And now it's time to glue the resin pieces into our terrain piece, and I'm using hot glue, and I am supporting the bond with the toothpicks. Now, you might be asking, where do I get those resin pieces? The answer is I sculpted it myself. In fact, this statue and these metal blades we sculpted live on this stream, and All these pieces are located to my Patreon, and just for a monthly subscription you can get them all, and everything is pre-supported. Sculpting time. Sculpting is perfect facing material. I was so reluctant to use it. For years I was avoiding it, and I was using these weird texture pastes and wasting a lot of money. However, Sculpting is simply just irreplaceable. I'm mixing my own Sculpting. I'm buying paper mache from the web shop, so it's the readily available material usually used for kids. I'm mixing it with the water, plaster of Paris, and black oxide pigment. We are making lava now. This is a really weird and unique way how to do lava. I actually came up with this myself, or at least I hope. I grabbed a cheap gloss varnish and just spill it all over the Sculpting mold. And then I'm starting to spreading it with a brush. After we are done with lava effect, we don't have to wait till it dries, because we are immediately moving into the next step. And the next step is to apply the grit and sand on the raised surface of the foam structure, and also apply sculpts.
And this is how the terrain piece looks right before priming, so we can see it in all its unpainted glory.
It's priming time. Now guys, the way I prime my models is exclusively via airbrush, and I'm mixing my own primers. So grab color of your choice, because yes, you can prime with basically every color. I prefer dark ones, and for this project I chose a darkish gray, green, or whatever this color is. So basically my colors of choice are Pro-Acryl. I've tried hundreds of paints throughout my hobby making life, and I found that these paints are the best. The second color of choice, second airbrushing color of choice, is the medium gray, again from Pro-Acryl, and this time no thinning, just straight to airbrush, and zenithal highlight or zenithal paint the whole terrain set. And the third step is to grab a lighter shade of gray and do the spot highlight from the top, just to make those details pop a bit more. Dry brushing time. Now get your dry palette ready. Again, do your own, make your own. Just grab sheet of foam, cut it into the squares, texture it, and voila, you have your dry palette. An awesome looking dry palette. So grab a light gray color, load it onto your dry palette, grab your makeup brush, and then wipe most of the paint off, and then start dry brushing your terrain piece to make those details pop. Do you know what the time it is? It's pigment time! Yeah! My most favorite part of the terrain making. I'm applying it around the skulls and basically on the ground grid, which is in the middle stage of the terrain piece. And now it's time to color the brass pieces, and the way how we start, we're applying straight out of the bottle the oxide color. Now once it's dry, grab a bronze color of choice and dry brush every single brass piece. And there you have it. Simple, very effective brass looking parts in just 2 simple steps. And once everything is dry, now it's time to paint the lava. So we are starting by covering all the lava parts with white paint by airbrush. Once it's dried, now it's time to paint the middle parts with yellow. The one layer will do just fine. Once it's dried, grab a medium red and cover the remaining white parts of the lava. We are almost reaching the climax of the whole project, and the very last step is to grab a darker red and do the OSL. So OSL stands for Object Source Lightning, and this is the most important part of this project because our lava is really radiant. It's casting its glow on the surrounding protruding terrain. So just load it into your airbrush and gently do the OSL, so light streaks, and slightly build up the lighting on the piece. We are done. And do you know what that means? That means that it's time for grand reveal! So guys, this is it. What do you say? Please let me know in the comments if you enjoyed watching this terrain and if you got inspired to making your own. If you stick with me to this moment, I kindly ask you to subscribe to this channel, support it, comment, like. Everything greatly helps the algorithm and it helps me to make you more tutorials for you. So another tutorial is coming next week. So until then, see you.